Welcome to the online course on Introduction to Material Characterization Techniques conducted by Department of Physics of KJ Somaya College of Science and Commerce. I, Dr. Smita Lakshman Survase, will tell you how to use ImageJ software for size distribution analysis of SM images. For this, first we have to download the ImageJ software. So go to your browser. Type ImageJ and download it from .nih. Download this particular from this particular site, get the executive file and install it as per regularly as we do other installations. After installation, you will get some icon like microscope. Click it on. So this display will appear. Now go to file, go to open and then type the image which you want to analyze. So get that image, open it. Now this particular image, you will see that here it is something like pixels written over here, and the size of this SEM image which we have selected is done in the scale of 100 nanometer. So I have to first set the scale for this. First you have to go to analyze. Whatever initial scale was set, that was in pixels, we will first remove that. After that we have to adjust this. So go to this straight line and exactly of this particular length you have to draw the straight line, which should be perfectly straight. From this angle you will know that it was perfectly straight, where we get it at 0 0. Again go to analyze, go to set scale. The distance in pixels is 30 and this 30 is equivalent to 100 what nanometer. So you write it over here nanometer and then we will set the scale. Now you can see the scale over here has been set. Now if you want to do the analysis of this particular SEM image, the first thing you have to remember is that your image should be illuminated evenly. Considering this particular figure, it is almost illuminated evenly. But what if your image is not illuminated evenly? Then you have to go to this rectangle and choose a portion of your image which you feel that it is evenly illuminated. Select that, go to image and say duplicate. So once you duplicate, you can type the name whatever you want or let it remain as it is. And now we are going to do analysis of this selected image. You go to the process and then we will filter out something. So I'll use over here band pass filter, and this pixel size filters I will do up to the 20 pixel ka thing, and then rest don't change anything and click on OK. After that this my image has already been set to 8-bit, but your images may not be set to 8-bit, so you have to go to image, in type you have to set it to 8-bit. If it is not 8-bit, then you please see that you set it. After that you go to image, then adjust, and you have to adjust the threshold. Initially when you are going to do, you make this over and under. We want a dark background, and this particular thing you can adjust as per your need. So somewhere here I will keep it as it is because I find that this is something which I will like to have. I'll apply this, but when I'm finally going to do, I will like to have my image in black and white only, and then I'll apply and close this window. So majority part of this has been done. Now we have to analyze the particle size. So go to analyze and say analyze particles. So here as you can see it is in nanometer square. So some area we are going to get it. This from lowest to maximum possible circularity we will consider. Then we will say outlines we want. We want to display the results whatever we are going to get. Exclude on the edges, and whatever initial results might have been stored, we want to clear it out. So we will check only these 3 particular squares and then say OK. So you can see that this many particles it has counted, it has measured, and we are getting a very good data from this. So this data you will save somewhere. So suppose I save it and say I give it some particular name and I have saved it in desktop. But as you can see, this will be saved in txt format. It will be saved in txt format. So this particular file will be saved over there. You can save it again. Okay. Now this particular file has been saved in txt format. Now I cannot analyze it from txt format. I'll just minimize all these things, and the same data I have taken it in Excel sheet. So for that we have to go to data, and we will take the data from the text, and as you click over here you will get the data over here. We are interested only in this area part. Now after that, what was our aim? We wanted to find out the size of the particle. Size means diameter of the particle. So first this area has to be converted into radius. So first by simple I will just divide it by 3.14, so I get radius square. Then I will take the square root of this. So once I take the square root, I'll get radius. Once I get the radius, I want to have the diameter. So I will write 2 star and this particular reading. So this is my diameter. So I will click it towards the last of my reading, whatever it was. So you can see in that very small we have had so many readings. So most of our part has been done. Now this is the diameter we have got. If you want to plot a histogram, you can make use of this Excel sheet or any other graph plotting software if you have. I will show you how to do it using Excel using origin. So I'll copy this, and after copying go to the origin. In this origin I'll just enlarge this. So click here paste. I have to plot it, and what I have to plot, a histogram. So go to the histogram part. So you get a very good histogram. You can make changes to this. It was diameter. And that is in nanometer. So I'll make it a little bit bold. And this axis is in the frequency, that is how many particles are having this many size, that is the frequency which we are going to consider. So again I'll make this bold also. Other things also, if you want to make this scale bright and all, you can do. So you find that maximum number of particles lie in the range between 20 to 25 or 27 something. Suppose I want to change this, so you go to the bin worksheet. From that again you plot a scatter graph. So you see that some distribution is obtained over here. Again this is your diameter in nanometers. This is your frequency. Now I will apply a Gaussian distribution for this. So I'll say feed Gaussian. So you get a Gaussian distribution over here. I'll just increase the width of this line so it will be more clear to you. Now you can see that from this particular window you can see that you're getting the particle size, average particle size to be 21 nanometers with an error of about plus or minus 0.4. So this is how you can find out the average size of the particles, or If in some research paper you want to present, you can give this histogram diagram also. So if you have any difficulties regarding use of this ImageJ software, you can mail me at smita.s@somaiya.edu. Thank you.